Okay, hey guys. Okay, so I had a disruption or interruption not too long, guys. If you're coming in the StreamYard, sorry about that. If you were here before, then thank you for stopping by again. So we were talking about something else, guys, and I was saying that the Jaden Smith story in regards of it's troubling and disturbing. I was trying to get all my facts together. I was trying to get the story to unpack of what really has had really taken place for these couple of weeks. It's been almost a month now that Jaden Smith, the 12-year-old child, has been missing in Jamaica. I mean, it's been talked about basically every platform that you could think of. Now, I was listening to the story. I know the story is basically is on speculation. We hear what's happening. Basically, the child is so-called missing, and of that sort, we don't know what happened, what transpired, really, because we're hearing these things from the family member that you guys claim allegedly that they're not telling the truth. They're liars. They're full of deception, deceitfulness, and lies. um the backstory of the Jaden Smith story is rather troubling, disturbing in regards of a little bit of carelessness, because the backstory of the introduction of the story, rather, we get to understand that the baby, that Shanique baby, Jaden aunt or family member daughter has a child that is staying with the grandma at this point in time before the incident happened. And there's also a video out there where in the past the baby has been jumping from one end to the next, and someone was videotaping the baby, and maybe laughing, they claim, or documenting that same situation where the baby was jumping from one end to the next. Now we get to understand that the baby is a boy baby, and we know that when it comes to boy baby, 2 years old and up, they're they're very energetic. They have lots of energy. They bounce from one end to the next. Growing up, you babysitting, having your own children of that sort, you know that boy children has lots of energy, and they will jump from one end to the next, jump on the bed, jump on the couch, stuff like that. But you just always have to engage them, always remind them, and also keep them occupied and keep them busy, right? Anyhow, anywho, we get to understand that the introduction of the story or the problem or the scenario or the situation, rather, where at this day, at this time, which we don't know, we weren't there, so it's speculation. We get to understand from the family members that even the aunt can take a point or account of it because she wasn't in the room to say what really happened. She basically got it from a party person, which that would be Jaden, what happened basically that day. So we get to understand that the baby was jumping. Jaden moved. The baby jumped and land and broke some part of his body. Now, I would say some part of his body because whether it's a foot, femur bone, whatever it is, we're not sure because we didn't have a medical report of that situation, and we didn't hear what the doctor said what happened to that child. And the mother that you guys are accusing, allegedly, that she's had something to do with Jaden, didn't show us the medical report that what really happened to the baby. All right. And all this time that you guys are talking to her and talking to the family member, we're not sure where the baby is, because until now we can't hear the baby is crying in any agony and any pain. Until now in this whole story, we never heard anyone said that they had to go and get some medication, or the baby is in so much pain, the baby can't sleep, the baby is up all night, all of those. We miss out half of those things in the whole situation, so we could really follow through and realize that the baby really got hurt for real. Because until now, I don't hear the aunt or anybody said while they're in the hospital, the baby was crying in agony and pain because of that fracture or because of that hurt, because of that great fall. All we heard, the aunt wanted someone to come to the hospital to relieve her because she wanted to go to the bathroom. And when someone came to the bathroom to relieve her, she ended up staying there too with everybody else. I didn't understand. Did you not say you wanted someone to come there and relieve you? Anyhow, anywho, so that's what happened. So we get to understand that's the backstory of the backstory, okay? Seriously. And I'm just laughing because it's troubling and disturbing, not because it's funny, guys. Seriously. But, anyways, we get to understand, or anyhow, we get to understand that there's going to be a march, okay? All right. And it's leading by Shay Thompson, a concerned citizen that's leading this march tomorrow, starting at 11 for Jayden Smith, okay?
Take up the March parking lots, really. They have their business to run still. So we plan to just meet at the intersection where the light is at Manchester Road and where Manchester and Perth Road meet. Jayden was last seen in that area, so I just think it's appropriate to start it there. And we will make our way along Manchester Road to Caledonia Road, along Caledonia Road, and all the way around past KFC, make a right turn on Main Street, and we take Main Street all the way up to the end, where we will gather in the police station area, in the middle of Mandeville Town area.
How long do you expect that this demonstration will last?
I am not going to read any comments. I can't see your comments because I'm on the bigger screen. So if you don't hear me say hello or good night to you all, or say anything or respond to you, that means can't read the comments because I'm not coming out of the screen for now until I'm almost ready to wrap up this live. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming on in. In this content, it's a tragedy. It's a sad story. But at the end of the day, we're gonna be vigilant. We're gonna be mindful. We're still gonna be hopeful. But nevertheless, guys, welcome to this documentary of Jayden Smith, the missing 12-year-old promise, intelligent 12-year-old, that's happening right now in Jamaica, where there's going to be a march in the morning. Okay?
Well, it depends on the response we get from JCF. We have questions, and we are hoping that we can have a conversation, a public conversation, regarding Jayden's disappearance. And if I may, I would like to just run through a few of the questions that the community presented to me.
Yes, go ahead.
So we want to know, when was Jayden reported missing?
Yeah.
Was there an Ananda alert for Jayden? Was there a JCF search, and when did it start? Is the JCF presently conducting active searches? Did the JCF question the cousin that flew down from overseas? Was Jayden's biological parents brought in for questioning? Has the JCF brought anyone in for questioning? What advice and plans JCF have to offer the community so all children can be safe? Is the JCF willing to work with the community to assist in keeping our children safe? Because Richie, let me say this. The first 24 to 48 hours after a child goes missing is the most critical period in finding that child. Tomorrow will mark exactly 1 month since little Jayden went missing, and what do we have? A mountain of speculations, no viable update, and because of that, fingers are pointed at folks that perhaps it shouldn't be pointed at. We don't want Jayden Smith to end up in file 13. Talks were recently made about Jamaicans needing to have more children when we can't even protect them. Recently, Mandeville was jam-packed with election campaign, motorcades lining the streets, posters in every nook and cranny across the island. Yet, Jayden goes missing, and I am yet to see one missing poster of this little boy.
My goodness.
You know what I've learned? There's a guy named Nigel Cooper. I think he's from here in the Children Cry Foundation. He called for more probe in children's disappearance. He also recommended appointing a specialized missing children's unit. My understanding is that a recommendation was made for Jamaicans to have more children. This is really appalling. Jamaica only has 3 million people. It's a dot on America's map. Yet we can't find 1 out of 300 plus children missing since the start of the year on this small island. So where on this island could these children be?
Important.
We need.
Very important. No, important questions and pertinent ones.
And that is so troubling and disturbing. So we get to understand, like I said, the uncle of the Shanique mom's partner said that morning he gave Jayden some money because he didn't have any change. He gave him extra. So my question is, if you gave him, usually give him $1,200, and that day you gave him $1,500, why would Jayden need to take $2,000 from his saving box, saving pan, wherever he was, he had that money, if he already had $2,000 extra? Remember, you had no change. So you gave him $2,000 extra. I mean, $200 extra. $200 extra because you gave him $1,500 that day, not $1,200. So it's $2,000 for the pizza. So therefore, you're giving that little boy lunch money and not giving him enough. So he has to go in his own savings to go get lunch money. Make that make sense for me. So the mom will give away the child to someone that hardly could give the child lunch money. Something is wrong somewhere. But anyways, let's continue with this. All right. Nevertheless, after that, Jayden hasn't been seen yet since that situation, okay? So we get to understand that the uncle, one second. So let's get it here.
You sent about $2,000. What I say, it's no problem with your money. When I reach out on the road, you go drive down the road.
Right here.
He's one of the Jayden that me feel more than proud. When Jayden come from the top wire from the Tebra. We can't call the big word to me and my wife, so we just say the top wire. Honestly. And when you look, you come home at 18 and you not see, you wonder what happened. I don't know, I can't tell you what happened. But that's not like him. No, I know him that. Jayden will be no trouble. When Jayden I leave the morning, and me give me lunch money, they give $1,500. My wife said, "What's you give $1,200? I never know change to me, give $1,500. You sent about $2,000. What I save for buy pizza? I said, no problem with your money. When I reach out on the road, you ever drive down the road, maybe left him right at the crossing. I said to him, say, Jayden, my father, tell me, say, if you can't be good, be careful. He said, yes, uncle, brother. And he jumped in a one taxi. We don't see him again. We don't see him.
So if he already gave him $1,500 for lunch money, why would Jayden want to have to take out more money to go and buy pizza? So the $1,500 that he gave him wasn't enough to buy the pizza? So therefore the uncle is giving him lunch money knowing that the lunch money can't even buy a slice of pizza. How much is a slice of pizza? How much is really for a slice of pizza? So is this family saying that they take this little boy because the mom was this and the mom was that, but they hardly could give him lunch money to buy a slice of pizza till the child has to be in a house where he's been paid to do all these chores because the other son seems like he doesn't want to do the chores maybe, or he just want to do the chores when he feel like. And he has to still turn around out of that slavery money on a claim or Want to be responsible, I should rather, well, and come now to take out the money to buy pizza when you already give him lunch money? Made that make sense for me, but nevertheless, let's continue.
We know so the heart of man is desperate, but me not so wicked could have really. Because they want to pick them raise, so me know me raise one thing picking here. Because even the young man that's out behind you, and we raise him for him a little pick until he come to a big man. Jayden, brother. So you have to look into things. You have to really wonder. I don't know if he was coerced in doing what he do. Maybe there was signs that we never see it. Because you is a man who don't get no trouble. Jayden a man who don't laugh most, so he never had it all. So many people are saying inside on the picture, that is Jayden. When we were there at the graduation, my wife said to Jayden, say, laugh no Jayden. We see put on one look some funny face. I said, Jayden and I laugh at knocking teeth. You understand? Because me no go one of my the graduation, you know. You ask my wife, I will make sure I present myself at the Jayden graduation. I present myself because you see when you are working on a system and see the little picture you take come bright, so you have to support him. You have to support him. You have to support him. So me no know. Me no know. Me just want to know say him come out and we find him. That's just to get closure. Yes, now. Man, we want some closure. Want some closure. At least the police them there, me tell them so they can search anyway they want. And if they want to come back, they're free to come. Because even last time in here, somebody said we kill him at the picture of the police. We carry them right around the whole house. And if they want to go and push up the stomach.
Content warning. This video, what many describe as a close, loving bond with his guardians. He was a top performer at school, bright, polite, and focused on his future. Yet for over 2 weeks, he's been missing, leaving behind questions that grow more troubling by the day. The Jamaica news page investigators pieced together a detailed timeline of Jayden's final hours before he disappeared, and the theory of what might have occurred. And reports of missing persons.
I have a good child, Jayden. I have Jayden for 7 years. 7 long years. I took Jayden when he was 5 years old. I was the one who got birth certificate for Jayden, got him fully immunized and everything.
Investigations by Jamaica news page indicate that Jayden attended Bethabara Primary and Junior High for at least 6 years, where he excelled academically and was even named valedictorian at his graduation ceremony. In September 2025, Jayden proudly matriculated to Manchester High School. By all accounts, life with the Thompsons seemed stable. Jayden last lived with his guardians, a visiting cousin from the United States, and his older brother, Rushane. His uncle-in-law, Omar Thompson, often paid him to do chores around the yard, money Jayden would responsibly save in a small box, gifted by his aunt Anne-Marie.
Yes, Jayden is so willing little boy. You have the boat here, we have a whole couple here about 8 or 9. We have rabbits. And sometimes when I ask my son to do certain things, he understand how to do it, but you're the pay Jayden to do it. Jayden will didn't go do it because he don't have money. You understand? And if you know, so you get up from over 2 weeks and when you know see him, you have to really wonder what happened. You understand?
Anne-Marie Thompson's occupation remains unclear, but in interviews, she described herself as a frequent traveler. Her husband, Omar Thompson, worked as a security guard at Jayden's former school, Bethabara Primary and Junior High. In an interview with the Jamaica Observer, Omar revealed that he has cared for more than 10 children over the years, including Jayden's older brother, Rushane.
Because they want to pick them raise, so I know me raise one thing picking here. Because even the young man that's out behind you, and we raise him for him a little pick the thing come to a big man. Jayden, brother.
The Jamaica news page investigators are questioning, if Jayden was so loved and treated well by the Thompsons, why would he run away?
Exactly.
Did something happen the night before to make him leave? And if so, what? On the evening of Thursday, September 26, 2025, Anne-Marie Thompson said that Jayden Smith was playing with her 2-year-old grandson, a child visiting from the United States.
So on Thursday evening, maybe around 6:30, and my grandson, who is Zaire, 2 years old, He's a United States citizen, so he came down just a month ago to be with us. And he had he have a cartoon with a little action cartoon on it where he jumps and he do the action. So he was there in the living room doing it with Jayden. I don't know exactly because I was in my bedroom. I don't know exactly what the intent of the movement was. But then in the room, I hear Zaire scream out. So I rushed to the room only to find him on the ground, crouching his leg like this. So I pick him up, rush into the room, and then I realized that I can't move him. So I said, something is seriously wrong. I called my husband. I said, okay, we're going to rush him to the hospital. I called Jayden. I said, Jayden, what happened? Jayden said he fell on his leg. I said, okay. I said, Jayden, you just have to be more careful when playing with the baby. That's all we said. All of us got ready, and we went off to the hospital.
All right. And what was the tone when you were talking to him about that?
Well,
So why would Jaden has to be careful with the baby when he's playing when it's the baby's always who's jumping? So who should be careful? Jaden can watch the baby. Jaden only can tell that child so much time to stop. You're the grandma, you're in the room. Why didn't you not come out to come attend to that child when you know that child always jump? It's only so much a 12-year-old child can tell another child to stop, 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 stop. Sometimes a little baby not going to listen to our next child. They'd rather to listen to an adult. So now you know he was out there playing and jumping and doing the action. Why you never come out so much more than one time and tell him to stop? Or take away the action toy until he stopped. Not only that, there was a video out there that little boy been doing and jumping and carrying on from a long time, and you guys never stop it. So Jaden, you guys use as a scapegoat allegedly. Jaden, you guys are blaming for the behavior of the little boy that grandma couldn't stop or his mom. Really? Oh my. Oh brother, I tell you, we know that little children always jump all over. We know how they do now.
I normally have a soft toe. I'm not a person who talk long. So I just said to him, Jayden, just be more careful with the baby. That's all. We didn't talk to Jayden any way harsh, any way disrespectful, or stuff like that.
Her husband, Omar Thompson, was also questioned about what happened after the child was injured.
And there's no truth to speculation or comments that he was roughed up.
No, sir.
The incident.
No. Because by time my wife go had the time to quarrel, me say, come, you carry the baby go hospital. Me, Jayden, Demar, Zaire, the wife.
So you see, the uncle and the wife have two conflicting story. She said she never shouted, never said anything wrong, and you hear what the man said. By the time she ready to go make up noise, he said to her, "Let's bring the baby to the hospital." But she said she's the one who called him, the husband, and said, "Let's bring the child to the hospital." So which one was it? Something is wrong, or trouble in paradise, or two of them have two conflicting story that don't match up. I guess they never sit with each other to talk. Cause remember, the wife said after he found out what happened, she found out about what happened to the baby. She went to go call her husband to say, "Let's go to the hospital." And you hear what the husband said. By the time she's supposed to flip up, he said, "Let's go to the hospital." Okay.
All of them go hospital same time.
The Thompsons' version of events has raised pressing questions for the Jamaica news page investigators. Did Anne Marie speak calmly to Jayden after the accident? Or was she visibly upset? Perhaps even threatening? Did Jayden fear punishment? Surveillance footage from the hospital, which has not yet been released to the public, could provide crucial evidence. Was Jayden crying, withdrawn, or angry while at the hospital? The Jamaica news page investigators believe that answers to these questions could reveal key insights into the family's demeanor that evening, and perhaps what might have led to Jayden's disappearance. On the morning of Friday, September 27th, 2025, Omar Thompson woke Jayden and another sibling for school.
Jayden, I leave the morning. And me give me lunch money, they gave $1,500. My wife said, "What's your game? $1,200. I never know change, so I give $1,500. He sent up $2,000. But I saved him to buy pizza. He said, no problem, I your money.
So he gave him $12. If that's in US, that's about $12. So what does $12 in US buy? That's $1,500 is nothing. So they pretend that they're some big shot and giving the little boy peanuts to buy lunch. They weren't treating that little child properly, man. So I thought they said they're not in poverty. They weren't treating that little boy good, man. What can that child? So what is that child going to buy? Cookies? What? What is he gonna buy? What is he gonna buy with that little bit of money? So you guys are paying the child to do chores, and on top of it, he has to take his chores money to buy lunch because you guys can't provide it. Whatever you guys give him really can't buy anything. Oh no! Wow. Let's continue.
When I reach out of the road, you go drive down the road, maybe left and right at the crossing. He said to him, say, Jayden, my father, tell me, say, if you can't be good, be careful. He said, yes, uncle, brother. And he jumped in and one taxi. And that, me not see him again. Me not see him.
Sometime after classes ended, Jayden was captured on surveillance camera inside a Little Caesars restaurant. That footage, however, has not yet been made public. The Jamaica news page investigators believe this video could be crucial in determining Jayden's emotional state that afternoon. Moments later, witnesses say Jayden gave away his umbrella and walked away with an unidentified woman and another student, the last confirmed sighting of the 12-year-old. This moment has raised new questions. Was Jayden coerced into leaving with the two individuals? Did he seem anxious, distracted, or perhaps relieved? Was he communicating with someone by phone? And most importantly, where did he go next?
I am Anne-Marie Thompson, the guardian of Jayden, the missing child. We did Jayden nothing. What happened to Jayden? We have no idea what happened to Jayden. Why would we hurt Jayden? When I saw Jayden Thursday evening, when I went into Mandeville Hospital, I never see Jayden again because I spent the entire night, Thursday night, the entire evening, Friday evening, and I did not see Jayden again. I have no way to harm Jayden.
So she said that she didn't see him. So, but what about the morning time? She never see him in the morning time?
Immunized. I took Jayden to the clinic myself, got him immunized. I was the one who went to RGD, got a birth certificate for Jayden, not even that Jayden didn't have. And I did all of that myself. Everything I did for Jayden. When Jayden passed to Manchester School, I was not here. I was overseas, and I decided I'm going to get my ticket and come down for Jayden graduation. I came down for Jayden graduation, and I got Jayden prepared for school. I got Jayden prepared for school. I got my son ready for school last before Jayden. I got Jayden ready, and I put Demar aside and make sure Jayden have everything that he need for school. I was the one who accompanied Jayden to his orientation, his first 2 weeks at summer school. I was the one who was there with Jayden. So why would I try to hurt Jayden?
Me know say the heart of man is desperate thing, but me know so wicked could have really, because they want to pick them raise, so me know me raise 110 picking here. Because me know what am I for the graduation? Because my wife, I mean make sure me present myself at the Jayden graduation.
Despite the Thompsons' public statements, skepticism continues to mount online. On YouTube, creators and viewers alike have begun dissecting the Thompsons' behavior.
How could you have a child who is very intelligent, knows right from wrong, and just get up and decide to go live in the bushes? That makes no sense. I think because the baby that they said that his hips or foot broke by Jayden when Jayden was playing with him, I think they either hit on Jayden and something happened to him, or they told him not to come back to the house or something. But for Jayden to just get up like that, very intelligent boy who received so many awards at his school for being number one, just get up and went to live in the bush, makes no sense to me.
I read an article where they said that he was at Little Caesars after school. No, on that particular day when he was missing, rain was falling in Mandeville. Now, if you know Mandeville, it's very hard to move around Mandeville once there's heavy shower. You have to stop and shelter. Now, in that period of time, around 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, rain healed. Now, they said that they saw him at Little Caesars. Now, Little Caesars, the uptown Mandeville, and Mega Mart, kind of there, a little distance from Little Caesars. Like you would be on the other side of the town, right? So they said that they saw him at Little Caesars. Granted, school night over 2:30, 3 o'clock. Rain a fall. Anyways, he went to Little Caesars, and then by about 4 o'clock, he went to Mega Mart. Now, thinking, and if you're from Mandeville, it would be very difficult to walk in heavy rain from Little Caesars all the way to Mega Mart, unless what he would have done is walk through the back gates, walk back through Manchester High School, and go over Mega Mart.
The Jamaica News Page investigators pieced together the final known hours before Jayden Smith vanished and the theories that could explain what happened. Based on interviews, reports, and available evidence, investigators believe Jayden may have been under emotional stress in the hours leading up to his disappearance. The serious injury to the Thompsons, grandson, the tone of the conversations that followed, and Jayden's behavior at school may all hold critical clues. Investigators also note the language used by his guardian, Anne Marie Thompson, describing the bond that we had in past tense, and calling Jayden the missing child, not my nephew. While not evidence of wrongdoing, those details have fueled speculation online, deepening the mystery around Jayden Smith's disappearance.
So L.A. Lewis went and talked to the mom once, the mom for a while, and we're gonna put that part in because we have to put everything in right. It will only be fair, right?
Sylvia don't know we have a video from the Maroon Emperor and the Maroon Emperor.
See that? No, they must spread life on the woman, say the woman mad and insane people. See that? My baby, there's a problem. I don't want to run. You know, good. Yeah. Yeah, son. My house of 4 years old. Get down the chip. In the righteous name of the Heavenly Father, Almighty God, through His Son called Jesus Christ. Out of the tomb, and Lazarus is walking out of the. Yes, sir. Financial escape. So people, we shall have eat. Timoshe Manisha. So anybody who gets rid of the woman's son, the Maroon Emperor, they are the name of Nayakepom, the name of the Almighty Jesus, the name of Emperor Selassie, Buddha, Allah, every tribe, every gods we call upon to the people. Because remember, you know, everybody believes that the murder is obvious. But if you walk in another man's shoes, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. We shall have eat. So people, first thing you come to clear up, Jayden Smith's mother is not a careless girl. She's not a mad woman like what the world of the say. She's not mental. See that people with the side her. I mean, my wife just smell clean, she look clean. You understand? Beautiful goddess. You understand, people? All the things she did never do, people. She never have a phone. What she never have? No phone. But you get a brand new phone. The Maroon Emperor is here, so all case no. Solve. So don't run with my people. Yeah, man. The Maroon government now to come, we solve all crime. So until first, I shake your hand. You understand? I feel a pain, auntie. You understand? So you're going to do no auntie. Now, first, we'll make the people know, say, you check for your son, and you make them know why your son is dead. When dead. Because people tell us, say, abandoned him, and you run a little man. You understand? So just make the people know what's going on. Yeah, man.
I gave Jayden to brother, that is uncle.
So Jayden mom.
He's about 5 years old because I didn't have uncles for myself and I didn't have any convenience. So that's why I gave him to his uncle.
Yes. So you see people, so now we understand and overstand because that would be the right thing to do, don't it? Because if a woman have nowhere to do people, and she have the pit there that trace of her, who don't say she's wicked. Yeah, sure. So you give over the youth now to somebody who can take care, and then she got the better for you because that's why enough people got foreign and left the people with their family. That's a fight man. Yeah, the money for like everything. Everyday thing that people. Yes. Some people. So that is why several people.
Seven children. One is missing. He's a fourth.
You understand? So you see people.
Second child missing.
Fourth.
Fourth one missing.
Yes.
So it's a spell. It's a curse.
And that's what she means. She means that he might fourth on the band and he missing. Oh, yeah. He's my fourth child. He's a fourth child. Okay. Yeah. Fourth beginning. Fourth child. Yeah.
So he's the fourth. Mom have 7 children. He's the fourth. She gave him away, and then she had 3 more others. Huh? I'm lost somewhere, but nevertheless.
Fourth beginning one, and I where is Maroon on the 7 beginning. It my number 4. Yes, so we can get that. Calm
down, yeah?
All right. So what you want now, people? So what the emperor do, people? Would put up $1 million for anybody who can find the youth. Yes, so what they did for the mother now, we have put up $2 million Jamaican dollar, which is about $16,000 US. I want to know me the money. Yeah. So $2 million for anybody who can find the driver. Who want to find?
Driver will collect you.
Yeah, we'll collect the youth. We'll find the driver, people. And driver, let me tell you something. You see, we come out to the coconut, and every maroon know when we come out to the coconut. All right. Thank you, my lord. So, people.
So we hear all of that. So Jayden mom didn't have a proper space, I guess, for Jayden. So she gave Jayden to her, those people, which I cannot understand, because if Jayden is a 4th child and you gave him away, did he go and have 3 others and didn't go take back Jayden? Because you included she has 7 children. And if you can't afford a phone and continue to have children, then I don't know. It's kind of sad, because what I'm trying to say is this. Jayden is the 4th child and Jayden is only 12 years old. So did she just give away? After she gave away Jayden, and Jayden is 12. She gave away Jayden when Jayden was 5 or of that age. And Jayden is now 12 that he's missing. So did she have 3 others on top of Jayden that she gave away? And if you already gave away Jayden, why bother have 3 more? Weren't you not supposed to go back to Jayden? Because, oh, Jesus. Not blaming the mom. But I'm trying to say that sometimes we need as mothers, we need to be responsible and have some responsibility, right? You can't continue to have children and then you leave one over here, one over here, one over there, one over here, and there's the kids are scattered like shot. And these kind of things don't happen because you give away the children them out of desperation. You give away the children them because you don't have nowhere to go with them. And then when you end up being desperate of the heart of men, then these are the situations happen. Give Jayden to some kind of family who claim that they loved him. Because watch it, look it. The uncle said he gave Jayden, supposed to give Jayden, the aunt said to give Jayden $1,200, right? He said he didn't have any change and he gave him $1,500. And on top of it, Jayden had to go in his saving box and take out $2,000 to buy pizza. Therefore, the lunch money that the uncle been giving him is not enough for lunch. So here you are, the mother who didn't have a phone, couldn't afford a phone, gave away Jayden when he was about 5 and end up having 3 others. And Jayden is with these so-called people who claim that they're rich, who have money better than you, but not giving this little boy sufficient money for lunch money. Because $1,200 Jamaican money, equivalent to Canada money, UK money, US money, it's not enough for lunch money. That's why he had to really take, so they're paying him to do the chores in the house. So only God could come and tell me that they really pay that little boy to do chores in the house more than to ask him every minute to do those chores. He may be in the house allegedly using that child. Because when sometimes when people are not your biological parents, they treat you badly. And sometimes your real parents can treat you badly. And then sometimes you have some good people that they're not your biological parents and they treat you very well. So they didn't even have enough lunch money to give that child. Because $1,200 and $1,500, I believe in US is like $12. If I'm not mistaken. And I could look it up. Right? 1 second. 1 second, guys. $1,200 Jamaican to pounds. Let's start from pound. It's $5.63. He said he gave him $1,500, okay? And he's supposed to give him $1,200. That means that every day he gives him $1,200, all right? So $1,500, okay, equivalent to one second. Right? That's $13 in Canadian, right? That's $9.37 in United States, and the list go on, right? And the list go on. Okay? And the list go on. So they didn't even have enough lunch money to give that poor child. All right? Then 1 second. Then they said that there's a cousin coming out and speaking. Okay? Then the police came out and spoke about this situation, Jayden's situation. So listen.
Maybe just by chance harboring him.
Yes, it's an offense. It's an offense to be harboring Jayden without reporting this to the police to assist our efforts in finding him. So, if you are doing so, please desist.
Please.
I am Deputy Superintendent Dennis Simpson, officer in charge of criminal investigations for the Manchester Police Division.
ESP Simpson, you're here with your team this time in Wales District. Any particular reason you have targeted this area today?
Yes, we're here in Wales. Today makes 2 weeks since Jayden Smith.
It's almost a month now, guys. Almost a month.
Missing. Over the period, we'd have exhausted a lot of efforts in locating Jayden. There are several sightings reported to the police. We would have exhausted all these sightings. All these efforts so far came up futile. Today, we're just extending our efforts in Wales District, Newport, where Jayden resides. We have support, drone support. Today, we have support
good night.
from cadaver dogs. We're just using all the resources available to us in advancing our efforts in locating Jayden.
Any new information that you're pursuing, even if you don't want to disclose what that is?
On a day-to-day basis, information comes into us, which we have exhausted, and we are also of the view that persons are relating information that is not true. There are a lot of pranks coming in, so I want to use this medium just to advise the public, not to make prank call. This is a very serious matter, So we are here today just, elevating our efforts in locating Jayden.
What happens for the rest of the day and for your search generally?
We'll continue, we'll leave no effort unturned until, we locate Jayden. And Jayden, if you are out there, I just want you to come into the police, come into your relatives. They are concerned. And I want to implore the public, if there's anyone out there who knows the whereabouts of Jayden, just to cooperate with us so, the relatives can unite with him and be happy again.
Okay.
Hi.
Cousin of Jayden.
I'm Jayden Smith's cousin. So a lot of people were saying that I'm his cousin on his mom's side. This happened, we are come out, and I've been here from day one talking, but because them they want to be after the internet, them they want to say no that talk.
Okay, so we're here once again on RMT
Okay.
or anything like that. So a lot of people.
I was attacked in the comment section. One guy DM me, Jeremy Strong, DM me telling me, oh, you're making, you're saying this about my auntie and you should use your energy to look for Jayden and whatever. I'm like, that's what I am doing. So why am I being attacked? Why would I attack the mother side of the family? Like, you never want us to come out and talk. You never want us to come out and say anything, right? Right? Shen, you are a nurse, right? You're trained to have empathy. So, as a healthcare worker, that's what we're trained to do, right? I never love Jayden because I stop talking now. And as them are said, since everybody blaming his mom, I stop search for Jayden. I claim to say I love Jayden so much. I care for Jayden so much, and a complete stranger take it up on them head now, and I look for Jayden, and I stop talking about Jayden every single day. And the family will grow Jayden and say them love Jayden so much, don't care anymore, not saying anything anymore. We clear the name and say, all right, we don't never do nothing. We don't attack people, but at the same time, we don't come out come say nothing more. I want to love Jayden so much. I want to grow him. That's all. When I have people that spread rumor that my cousin is on some night, she's not, right? My aunt had Jayden since he was 6 years old and gave him to his dad. His dad passed him on to his sister, and the sister has him ever since. When you tell look at why my against me. When you tell look at why I say when you see mother said I'm going to talk, all his grandmother see him and I talk to him, and it's like Jayden don't even want to talk to her. He must, yes, mom. She asked him, Jayden, you good? Yes, mom. And him gone. Him see all him cousin around. Because that's how to grow him. Him not supposed to know the mother side of the family. Right? Uno thought that this was going to be like a 2-day talk, and it done, and it gone. Because uno feel like nobody never care about him, don't it? And you see what happened now? You see the whole of Jamaica come out for him now? Right? This is unfair because you have children and have him and not grow him. I'm supposed to take care of him, I'm supposed to protect him. And now he's nowhere to be found. Right? I'm going to say this. I don't want nobody come and I need my comment section come tell me say, oh, Rebel, he's not whatever. I don't want to hear none of that. You understand me? If Jayden didn't go to my grandfather's house, if Jayden was scared, I go to my grandfather's house, he would have been fine. He would have been taken care of. He would have been okay. My grandfather had a big ratted yard and about 6 houses in there. And me tell him say he couldn't stay in one of them houses there. My uncle them never ever tell him say don't come there, you're crazy. He was gonna be fine. I keep on telling everybody say my family big. Very, very big. We don't know everybody. You understand me? But if something like this happens, we'll come out. And I've been here from day one talking. But because them they want to me off of the internet, them never want to say none of that talk. I'm saying this, Jayden, if you're out there and you feel scared, find somebody who can send me a message, go to the police, and tell them that you want to go to your grandfather's house, by your mother's side of the family, and you'll be fine. I don't want nobody come to them and say that they're here with me anymore. I don't care about that. But I care about that. But just one thing to say, alright, I have kids too. I have kids, and I know the situation, Jayden, because I was once in that same situation where I had to run away because the people dropped off for me, and her dad run me down and beat me mercilessly, and I ran away for 2 days. And I was standing at the top of the hill watching them looking for me. And when they find me, the grandmother pretended like, oh, we love her so much or whatever. And she beat me, seal up my eyes, seal up my mouth, and I thought I didn't have anybody to care about me. And my mother always didn't care about me and love me, but these people pretend with my mother so well that they never did do anything.
Yeah, people, she get emotional at the end of the video, right?
Right, guys? So all of that. 1 second.
Happened on a Wednesday and they're sure, and people say, oh, they're sure, and they bury me in the backyard. So a lot of people come with a lot of stuff. No, I'm not saying that's not true. The nerves for real, Sammy. But Cammy, listen to me now. One question I never asked.
When did you report the matter to the police? When was he reported to the police?
The same night when they realized he didn't come home, because that's not Jayden.
The same night around what time?
I'm not sure what time, but once when she went home and she realized Jayden was not home, she went back in the town and they drive around searching, and then they reported the incident to the police.
So what time the uncle reached home?
2 persons saw Jayden. One person saw Jayden and asked Jayden. You know, if you're not aware, country people, everybody know everybody. Somebody saw Jayden and asked Jayden, like they would say, where you doing here so late? And he said he was coming from cadet training. When my aunt called the school, cadet did not keep that day because it was raining. Another person
is it a case where he normally go cadet training and come home late on the evening then when he go cadet training?
He would have reached home later than normal when he go cadet.
Oh, because we know Mandeville, when time rain fall in Mandeville, where to say I will get insect taxi because I attended church teachers college, so I'm familiar with the environment. So where to say I will get insect taxi run is sometimes flooded. And if you live rural Manchester, sometimes it's difficult for you to get drive.
I was also wondering if you probably take a wrong taxi or what, but taxi.
But why would you assume me to go wrong taxi?
No, I'm saying that's what went through my head. Like, why would he go to Pert Road, or if they had tried to walk out of the rain, but he actually walked into the rain.
But remember that Pert Road, based on my remembering, I see him stretch that the high school is on.
Yes. Remember, he went to school on Friday. His teacher
confirmed. And you did say that he went to Mega Mart.
Right.
That I just outside the school. Right. So is it a case where him a walk, roll,
so Manchester High School has a front gate and a back gate. The back gate, the back gate would have landed directly at him.
Right. Yes.
So he was seen at, I'm not sure which gate he exit the school from when school over enough, but the last footage picked him up at Mega Mart. Leaving Mega Mart, he went inside Mega Mart and come back out. He did not purchase anything or nothing. So he went.
So when he come up outside Mega Mart, which one of the exit he used? He
went right up to Pert Road. He walked up to Pert Road.
That's what I mean, the back gate.
No, Mega Mart. We're not talking about the school. That was
but remember, Mega Mart have a exit. I don't know if they see the back. Yes. Have an exit at the back too.
Yes. The mother of the baby wants not post the other to the box.
She's
here. The mother of the baby.
I don't know how to use it. Oh,
yeah, we can hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Shanique. And Kami is my cousin. And everything that she is saying is correct because Kami is like a sister. Both mothers go very close together. Everybody go very close together. So as these things happen,
I message her immediately. Hey, this is what happened. Because whenever she takes care of Zaire, sometimes when she was here, when she's visiting me, so it's like always providing that information. So it's always updating her. So as much as you guys are asking, oh, she's writing up a script or something, literally, Kamisha is being told every inch of the way what's happening. The person that talk about the fact that the child get through at hospital, I can show you messages every hour. I say, mommy, when I get through yet, mommy, them not sooner yet. And that is what grew me so angry and upset, because I'm like, the child went to her Greece. They do have a copy of the x-ray. Why is it that they're not seeing him as yet? Why is it taking so long? He's in pain, he's there. Why is he not taking so long? Look here, as Kanye said, I literally booked a ticket with both of us. The plan was to meet me at Mobile with the child, and I'm leaving. That was the plan.
Okay.
When I got to Jamaica, I was told that she cannot leave because he'd have to be air ambulance. People talking about there that I'm rich and I have money. If I had money, my baby would not be in Jamaica. Because the only reason why he went to Jamaica was because his father went to training, and I would not have any help in the US.
Shanae,
Yes, dear.
all right. So, you said his stream got damaged, right?
Yes.
Did you contact the airline to ask if they would have accepted him on the flight?
Well, first of all, the doctors were saying that it was not a good idea because of the pressure. It would cause more pain for him.
How long is the flight?
It doesn't matter how long the flight is. Just once you go above air, because once you go above air, they were concerned about the pressure on the leg. Be reminded, based on the position of where the fracture is, it's a leg that could not be splinted for travel. I would probably have to get like 3 seats to be able to accommodate him.
All right, listen to me while I'm answering this question. When I came from England, right? What brought me back to Jamaica was that I went rock climbing and I fell for 6 feet, and I landed on 1 foot and I damaged it. They were thinking of doing an operation, so I had to change my flight, right? I was adamant that I was going to come to Jamaica because I wanted to see my child by the hook or by the crook. So I spoke with the doctor. The first doctor said he's not signing it off. When I spoke with the airline regarding the fact that I would need special arrangement, I would require special arrangement, they said to me that I would need to have a letter from the doctor to say that I am allowed to fly. I went back to my second appointment. There was some improvement in the leg. And they decided that, okay, even though we would agree with you, with your decision to fly, these are the measures that we're going to take. One of our main concerns is about blood clot. So we are going to give you a series of medication to take while you're on the plane, while you're at home, while you're in Jamaica, to ensure that you do not develop a blood clot. So I was given a series of injections and disposable bins. You know how UK they are the American.
Somebody said not a foot, no broke. That's interesting. Okay.
Right? So when I got those, then I got a letter from the hospital and I emailed it to the airline, and the airline made preparations so that I could travel. So that's why I asked you if you had contacted the airline. But when you said that it could not go into a screen, then I understand that.
Yes.
But for me now, what they did, I had multiple things done. So I had something that my foot was put in something similar to a screen that allows it to not move beyond 90 degrees. So my leg could not move beyond 90 degrees. It's set up in the way where you can determine the angle at which you can move the leg. And then provisions was made on the airline. It was a regular flight. A flight from Jamaica, from England to Jamaica, Jamaica to England is least 10 hours. Least. And it was a straight flight. Throughout the flight, I had to take the injections. I got assistance with me from the air hostess. And as I said, provisions were made. Whenever I have money for first class ticket, I was regular economics class. They gave me a front, a bigger space seats, and stuff like that. So that's why I asked, but you would kind of justify when they say, okay, they could have put in I mean, understand, so when it comes on to certain things, Jamaica would have limited as it relates to resources. Maybe if he was coming from America to Jamaica, then they would have been able to transport him on a regular flight. So I understand that part. Yes. What you want to get to know is, all right, when I saw your video, right, I question it because it was brought out to say that a Jayden caused.
1 second.
What happened?
Comment talking about, again, the doctors would not sign off. I would have.
All right, Shani, now watch your comment. Watch your comment then. What I want to ask you, Shanique, is it a case where Jayden was at any given point blamed for the accident?
Let me tell you, at no point in time, and that this is what people fail to understand. I guess it's typical to think, oh yeah, the baby dropped, yes, they're going to be blamed. At no point in time, I have my messages from my mom. At no point in time did I say, where Jayden really do. He simply said, he was saying, again, they were in 2 separate rooms. So my mom was in her bedroom, Jayden and the baby was in the living room playing. So she just heard the crying and then just rushed to him.
So was Jayden and the baby alone in the living room?
In the living room, correct.
So he is there to say that when the baby jumped, Jayden dodged.
Who can say that?
Listen. See, here's the auntie.
Who is that? Damar?
Yes,
It is me, Shani.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Grandma.
Good evening, mommy.
Right. So I have it up to my neck right now. I have it up to my neck. You see, whatever all the persons are saying, as Kamisha said, there's no evidence of what persons are saying. Zaire and Jayden alone was in the living room. I was in my bedroom at the time. When I heard the baby cry, I thought he was laughing. So I didn't pay it any mind. But when I hear him scream out again, I rushed to the living room and I pick him up. I saw him on the floor. Honestly, I couldn't tell you that Jayden was behind Zaire, sideways Zaire, because I was frightened when I saw the baby on the ground in pain. So when you rushed the baby, hold on, mommy, when you rushed into the room, where was Jayden?
She just
As I said, I couldn't tell because I was so frightened when I saw the baby on the ground screaming in pain. I couldn't tell if Jayden was left, right, or center. I only grabbed up the baby and I rushed to my room with the baby. Based on your recollection of things, right? Okay, you grab up the baby, right? You heard the cry first, and you thought it was a laugh. Then when you hear the phone again, the pain, then you
listen to the mathematics.
When you rush to the living room, you pick up the baby. After
listen, hello, may I mute your mommy? Hello, may I take you down off my life? Hold on, hello, me ignorant, but I know my friend. Let the lady talk, you can't talk here, make she talk.
Make she talk first, then the ox.
No, I mean,
all right, so
come on, don't ask the question. We're really here, as much as we've been heard hearing that, we're not having our presence on social media, and it's simply because of the fact that we've been getting so much backlash, and we don't feel to come out and say anything because nobody's believing what we're saying. So we're here to answer the questions because we're finally here. When Kami came out first, I was like, if they're not aggressive at you, then I'll come. But I'm not here for our family is not a confrontational family, and nobody can ever say that we ever in a fight or cuss with anybody. That's not us. So Mathematics can go ahead and ask the question that she was trying to get to mommy so that she can actually answer, because that is what we are here for.
No, she had tell the lady that she go in the room. You have to make the lady talk for herself.
No, she wasn't saying that. She was just trying to create the situation and try to figure out what happened next. So understand it. Yeah, I'm okay with her asking the question because that is what we are here for.
Okay, so can I go ahead now? Narcos. Hold on, mommy. All right, go ahead, mommy. Right. So as I was saying, when I came out and saw Zaire crying, as I said, I couldn't tell whether Jayden was at the back or the front or the side of Zaire. I saw the baby on the ground, crunching to his leg or holding on to his leg and screaming like hell. So I pick him up. And when I pick him up, I realize that he's crying even more. So I rushed to my room with him and put him on the bed. When I tried to put him down, I realized he was screaming even more. I even said to myself, I wonder if he'll break him back. I called to Jayden from my room and said, Jayden, what happened to Zaire? Jayden repeated to me and said, Auntie Paula, Jayden, Zaire fell and hit his leg. I called to my husband immediately and I said to him, something happened to Zaire and I don't know how serious it is and we need to rush him to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, that is when I called my daughter to let her know that something happened to Zaire. I even took the picture of Zaire's leg in the car and sent it to my daughter. Zaire's leg was also on Jayden's foot because Zaire, me and Jayden was at the back of the car. You understand? When I went to the hospital, I went to Hargreaves first. The justice I got at Hargreaves, I was not satisfied. So we left with the letter to go to Mandeville. I was there until Minister 12 before Zaire name called for me to go back inside. I called how many times? I said, imagine. It's a baby and the baby
was just to be registered, not to be seen, just registered.
Not to be seen, to be registered after 12. I called to a lady who was at the customer care desk and I said to her, imagine I am here from Hargreaves with a letter with the baby and nobody seeing the baby. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. Can you imagine that? And the baby was in pain. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. And I could not move. I want to use the bathroom and I could not move. And I never get through until minutes after 5 the next morning when they said that after we got through, we get inside and they sent me to do an x-ray because when the doctor saw Zaire, she said to me, this is not looking good. She said, bring him into the room that we examine him. When she pulled the baby pampers, she called a next doctor and said, it seems like the baby broke some bone. And she write up the x-ray paper immediately and she sent me to the x-ray. It was me and my husband that was there because my husband was still there with me. And he was the one who took the baby. Jayden and Demar was in the car on the outside of the hospital sleeping.
Because they went with you? Okay.
Yes, all of them went with me. Because normally when we're going out, we don't leave anybody.
Okay.
And we went to the x-ray, we get the x-ray done, and I went back in because they would send the report to the doctor by the screen then. So you would have to bring the paper itself to the doctor. So when she looked at it, she said to me that the baby bone break. And I was sent back again to sit in the seat again until minutes after 6 when they said to me that they're going to admit the baby. It was about maybe 5:30 some minutes to 6 that my husband said to me he's going to leave because remember the kids are going to school. I said, okay, when you go home, let them are ready and come down that he can help me with the baby that I can go to the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. Then I came down, I called my husband when he reached home and I said to him, no, he called me and asked me how much is Jayden's lunch. My husband cooked the morning when he went up back and give Jayden cooked food to go to school. 6:30 they left the house and they went out the road. And my husband carried kids to school, so he dropped Jayden at the roadside at the shop and went to the opposite direction to pick up his kids to bring to the school.
All right, hold on. Sorry, let me just ask you one question. What is your husband left the hospital?
Either 5:30 or minutes to 6.
And he done cook by 6:30? He reach home and cook by 6:30?
Because we were cooking from the Thursday night. So he just go and finish.
So how long you live from the hospital? How far? How much minutes away? Half hour, 1 hour?
Well, I cannot say how far it was.
So you live in Newport and it was in Mandeville at the hospital?
Right.
Okay, so that will be about 15 to 20 minutes drive back home?
Yes, but maybe about that or maybe half an hour, depends.
Oh,
Mommy,
yeah, go
ahead. I want to ask that question. Where did Jayden say the baby fell from?
Well, Jayden did not say. He only said that the baby fell and hit his leg. That's the only thing Jayden said to me.
But I heard earlier that the baby fell from the jump from the bed.
No, she did not say that.
That's not what she said.
That the baby loves to do that, and that was a normal thing. So that she didn't say that's where the baby jumped from.
All right. So there's a video.
The thing is,
There's a video going on.
Go ahead.
Where they said you said to Jayden that Jayden accident do happen, but you must be careful next time. When did you get to say that to Jayden?
I know she didn't say so.
Was it you? Was it you, Grandma?
Who says that?
No. Was it you?
No, I called to Jayden from my room when I asked Jayden what happened to Zaire. And he told me that Zaire fell and hit his leg. I turned to him from my room while attending to the baby. I said, Jayden, you need to be more careful with playing with the baby because the baby is young. Because I have a next granddaughter who's 4 years old. They all stick to Jayden, maybe because Jayden is small like them, because Jayden is small. So they all cling to Jayden. So I called to Jayden from my room and I said, Jayden, you just have to be careful when playing with the babies.
That's when the incident happened, right?
Grandma,
That's when I was in my room getting the baby ready.
alright, Grandma.
Okay.
You never called to Jayden. Alright, so when you find out say incident happened, me as a mother, and something happened.
And that is the thing, no matter.
That you left on a return flight the Saturday?
No. I did not leave the Saturday. So what I don't know if the person's talking or not. But anyways, I came on Friday and I came straight to the Mandeville Hospital. We left there on Saturday and went to the different hospital that you heard it was transferred to. And I stayed there, eat, sleep, be there for those days, and I left on Wednesday.
Oh, so you haven't been to your house in Mandeville?
I have not been to my house in Mandeville.
Oh wow. So how they're saying that is you and Jayden left from the hospital to go home?
A cousin of yours did pick you up at any point, and you and the cousin some car business with you and the cousin. The cousin give you a car or something.
No, my dear. Again, and police can get the footage from there. First, I went to KFC when I just came to Mandeville because the baby wanted chicken and chips, and this was about 6:50 when I text mommy and said waiting on it. Then I meet them at 7:09 and I got to the hospital. And at the hospital was mommy, daddy, them and they stayed with me for about an hour before they left.
Blood of Jesus.
After an hour, they
Blood of Jesus.
went home.
Blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus.
But it is not because we tried, because even with me posting and stuff, people are still doing it. And it just didn't feel safe to come out and say.
Yeah, but Shanique, you see, they never come here, so this evening, that's no lie. You see,
why I said
we wouldn't know this is a conversation, you know.
And that is why the thing is I've been really thinking about coming. I made 2 videos up to yesterday to post and me hold it back because everybody say don't follow the media, don't listen to what people are saying, but me I say but they do not have the story. But let me tell you, that is it. And let me tell you what happened also is that because the media is out there pushing out this information, guess what? The police is literally using what the media is saying to do this investigation. They are not doing their work correct, and I'm sorry to say this, but they are not. They have very much evidence to rule out every one of our family members from being a part of this, but they continue to still follow the media, asking me for statement, searching the home 4 times. It's not one time to search the home, 4 times. And come up empty. But yet still they have not gone into Park Road and tried to get into this committee and see if there's anybody that could show any video to say where did Jayden go. Jayden hit Park Road.
You guys have abandoned home. A home that you guys used to live at before that have 2 tanks.
So that's what we heard on the internet, that's where they're supposed to search. We did live at a different home like about 15 years ago that we were living way before then, and apparently no one lives there currently. So apparently I've heard that they wanted to search.
Where is that? Is that home same place in Newport or another adjoining?
No, it's about 10 minutes away from where we're currently living.
Mathematics beg you 1 second. Mommy,
Did Jayden go to school with his phone?
No, so right now the police has the phone and they're supposed to be pulling it, and this has been about a week now, mommy. They have it and have not done anything. So that's what I'm saying, like they're not doing their job.
No, he did not carry the phone to school.
Pulling the phone, the police know if there's any conversation going on.
All right, wait, Shani. You're saying Jayden was there waiting excitedly for a cousin to come and pick him up.
Again, we don't know about any cousin. We don't know who. The thing is, listen, you see, our family is a very small family back in Malibu. Initially, just me, my mother, my father, my brother. That's actually it's there right now, right? So when you ask about cousin, we cannot tell you anything about a cousin because on Jayden's mom's side, we really do not know a lot of them. We don't know any of them. Nobody has ever reached out to say, hey, you know, me a cousin, me a sister, me a uncle, how is Jayden doing? So none of we don't have no idea. So you're try and check the grandfather. We don't know who that be.
So you literally only know about your side of the family. Jayden's side of the family reach out to us since the incident.
Mommy would have to answer because I know the mother come around.
Okay.
The first third.
So I am here. So as you all guys are hearing me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes,
hearing
mommy. Yes, my dear.
Yes. As you guys all know, I took in Jayden when he was 5 years old. Jayden was basically, and I'm gonna say this, Jayden was basically.
We were trying to stay off because we don't want to speak ill of the mother. We were trying not to speak ill of the mother, and we're trying to kind of control that. So we'll kind of say it more away, but we don't want to speak bad of the mother. All right?
No, because I still communicate with the mother. Persons, I have a sister that died 11 years ago with breast cancer. She was the first one who somebody approached to take Jayden. And she said no, because of her sickness, she's not going to take up another responsibility because she have 2 kids. Because Kamisha is the one of them. So to let you know how the bond we have in my family, Kamisha and one of my sons are 10 days apart. Me and my sister was pregnant at the same time. I breastfeed Kamisha. So when it comes to Jayden, when I took Jayden, and somebody asked me to take Jayden because Jayden was not getting any care, Jayden was not going to school. I kind of wrap it around my head until one day a taxi guy come and said to me, say, Miss P, do me I beg you take Jayden because Jayden asleep at bar side, he must sleep on old fridge and whatever. I look into it and I said I have 5 kids for myself and none of my kids ever did on the road. Jayden is my twin brother's son. And I decided to take Jayden. On that week, when we took Jayden, I went to the basic school that Jayden was going. When I went there, the principal said to me, Mrs. Thompson, out of the term, Jayden come to school 3 days for the whole term. And I said, no man, but it's going to look good. When I went there and I made the arrangement that I'm going to have Jayden, make sure he goes to school, she said to me, Jayden is coming to the school. Jayden is not fully registered at the school because he does not have a birth certificate. He's not immunized. I said to her, okay, I'm going to get those things done. All right. When I left the school the day, I went to the bank in Mandeville. While I was in the line in the bank, could you tell me who called me? It was CDA that calls me from the school and say that they are there to take Jayden. And the principal have to beg the lady and said, no, Mrs. Thompson is here. And she said that she's going to take Jayden and send Jayden to school. She said, okay, I'll keep in touch and follow up with that. I have Jayden all those years. If I could show you pictures. Yeah, go ahead.
One question. You want a question for Shani? Yeah. You may talk to Shani first. Do you have a cousin in Mandeville that contact you on Facebook and Messenger? We just want to remember. We just want to ask Shani 1 second forever before we forget. You have a cousin in Mandeville that contact you up to today and yesterday on Facebook or Messenger?
Is it male or female?
Male.
Yes.
Male.
I'm gonna say yes.
And the conversation was like about asking how you're doing. Did he? No. Okay. Let I just give you an next code. Did he send you a message today on Messenger? A message text?
I called the message and said that they're on a live and she's going to call me. And I was like, I really don't want to hear what's going on.
Not she, he.
No, he, yes. So I said, I really don't want to hear because it's the same thing. So I dismissed the conversation. So he did reach out and said that he was on a live. He never called me. I was like, don't call me because I don't want to hear.
Okay, so a male did today.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So back to Jayden. So really and truly, again, I was talking about in terms of the investigation, like it's not going in the way it's supposed to go because Jayden, all the sightings, personally, I do not believe any of the sightings because these sightings, no one has a picture to confirm, a video to confirm, or anything to confirm that he was seen. So for me, I am going off that last video footage that we had that going to Perth Road because be reminded as people know where Perth Road is. Jayden has no business heading to Perth Road, none at all. And what was even weird for me is him leaving from Little Caesars that was closer to his taxi stand and heading to Mega Mart for no apparent reason, then heading to Perth Road. That is very odd behavior. Again, let me give you a brief idea of Jayden. Jayden is a very quiet, humble child. He does not talk a lot. So because of that, we don't know mentally how he is going on. Right. Growing up without your parents, no matter how you feel. Listen, my father is my stepfather. And even living with him since I was 3 months old, sometimes I still felt like, well, my real father there. And sometimes I also feel many things that in that treat me as a brother, they're more better than me. That's just your mind mentally as a child growing up. So to be honest, I don't know what Jayden is going through and how he's feeling. And I'm probably sorry, so I never really did talk to him and ask him and find out how he is mentally. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. And yes, he could be feeling, and that's the only. When we came out and said the baby fell, that's the only thing that had happened that would have caused a reaction, and that's the only reason why we mentioned it because it's the only thing that happened. You get what I'm saying? So I can't tell you, say, him never feel bad because I can't tell you how he was feeling. I didn't talk to him.
All right, Grandma, if you're hearing me, Jayden was with you, darling. Have you seen any side or any way of Jayden? As I said, Jayden used to live on roadside or shop side or something before you take him. So you had to take him because you have love for children, right? Right. Did you see any sign that if you even do something at home, not this incident with the baby, and something happened that you know that he is wrong? You ever see no reaction against him where you think you ever see him in no way like you that look to yourself and say no, so that little boy will run away anytime? You think you just see him in no way like he looked like he was going through something, but you just not trying to figure out where could I really go through?
No. And that's the thing, the persons in the comment asking what is that. That's what I'm saying. If you realize a series of behavior, it is very abnormal. So initially, when the principal, even when I listened to the news and he said, he was eating more than normal, I was like, well, normally eating more than normal and the way how he's moving sounds like he probably was intoxicated in some way or form because that just doesn't sound normal. Because normally when it depends on drugs or something, you're very hungry. You get what I'm saying? And then the behavior, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And I'm like, why the heck?
But Shayla, why would you think that he was on drugs? Have you ever?
No, but again, remember these things going on in school, and I hear about the sweetie them when they have when they put Molly in or something.
Yes,
anything possible, and this was trying to figure out.
He never used. You have never seen him never use. You never seen him smoke or anything. Not Shen. Shen can't do that, Grandma would have to.
Again, remember, no, he doesn't do that. But this is us trying to get out of the box. Like, what happened? You get what I'm saying? So yes, these are probably bizarre findings, but it's like getting out of the box and trying to see what else could have happened because we can't understand where Jayden, even if you say him run away because of bad treatment, if everybody is saying that, where are you now? It's been almost 3 weeks. Where are you now?
So where you think Jayden gone?
To be honest, I cannot say where he is at. But for me personally, I'm thinking once he hit Perth Road, I'm just thinking outside the box again. Him walking out in the rain, going to Perth Road, I'm thinking did somebody see him walking in the rain and offer him a ride, and then that's something else happened. So that's what I am thinking.
Before I go further, two things. if you were supposed to think, say, one of these things happened to him, which one would it? You think, say, he...
Well, I initially...
And he home, like, he say, all right, he run off and he run away, or you think, say, somebody maybe take him away?
I think somebody take Jayden.
For almost 3 weeks now, mathematics is not... It cannot be that he ran away on his own and not being seen. It cannot be that somebody has him that is saying taking care of him, because at this point it would be considered kidnapping, because it is an investigation. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, but how the media spin it, and listening to you, because when I first started coming onto this situation was Sunday, and I listened to grandma, right? So what I said Sunday was that chances are, right? The chance might be that the family now have nothing to do with this. And at this point, I don't rule out anything, because there are still, I have not seen any evidence to say this or this. But me, I said, chances are the family now have nothing to do with this. And somebody see the situation, see where it is leading, and just taking advantage of the situation, because everything is being pointed at the family. So there is no true investigation, from my understanding of things so far, being happening wherein other mediums are being questioned, or they're running down other leads.
Right.
Right? So from your understanding, grandma, right? You a lot of hosts, especially when it comes to Mandeville, they have camera, they have ring light, they have this, they have that. Have the police gone? Because you would have gotten some information. The police gone to Perth Road and question any of the individuals.
Look here. From the 26th of September, every single day we are on the road. Morning, noon, and night, we are on the road. When the search was at Perth Drive, I was there. One lady said that she saw Jayden in the morning after 9. And when we asked, one said the camera was not working. The next gentleman was not home. When he came home, somebody who was in the group searching with us, she called the gentleman, and the gentleman said that when he comes home, he will run his camera. The morning when he called, the lady that said that she saw Jayden, she changed the time from 9 to 8:30. So he said when he looked at his camera.
Was that Friday morning or Saturday morning?
I think it, no man. No, it was a Tuesday. So she said she saw him the morning.
Claim she saw him the Tuesday?
Yes.
Also, you're saying that Jayden, there is evidence to say that Jayden was alive after Friday.
Right. And we even went to Balvenie. We went to Balvenie, and a lady at the shop, she said that she saw Jayden this Saturday. That's the following Saturday. She saw Jayden this Sunday with his school bag in a uniform.
Did they ask what he was wearing when they have those sightings of him?
They said that he was still having on his uniform with his back and his bag. His bag and his back.
Hold on, Kristen. I want to ask another question. From the mother's perspective, we're not trying to bash the mother or whatever, but does the mother have a history of mental illness?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, right. Is there anybody in the family that have a history of mental illness where chances are something would have triggered Jayden to be wondering about?
Well, from my family side, we don't have a history of that. And from Jayden's mother's side, I cannot say, because I do not know much about Jayden's mother's side of family.
All right. Jayden is one of how many children?
I think Jayden is. I think she has 6 kids. So she have 3 after Jayden.
Okay.
Let me beg you one question, mommy. All right, Jayden, you say you never see Jayden no way different or whatever, like in an out of no way, like something was happening. So he has just been to high school, so he's not reached a company then yet to start take jobs. All right. And then hold it right there. Yeah. Hold it right there. All right. Yeah. Jayden did 2 weeks before school start. I accompanied Jayden to do his 2 weeks. Okay. Yes. All right. I think it was the second week of school in September when Jayden came home with a letter, said that he wanted to join the cadet group. Yes. I signed the letter and I gave it to Jayden.
2 evening I was coming home and I buck up Jayden in Mandeville. Not at the bus stop, but heading to the other direction like he was going to Little Cedar. I turned to Jayden and I said, Jayden, what are you doing this direction? He said to me that he's going to buy shoes polish. I said to him, Jayden, this is impossible. You pass too much shops at Willowgate. Even at the school gate, there are men that sell polish there. Right. If your shoes polish finished and you want a shoes polish, you could have buy the shoes polish all along to Willowgate instead of reach all the way to Top Queens. A following evening after that, I end up buck up Jayden again. I warned Jayden. I said, Jayden, when school over, you need to head home. Yes. What I get to understand from a lady at Megamart, she said that she saw Jayden at Megamart on more than one occasion. So what I'm saying to my head, she even turned to me and said that one evening she saw Jayden and a little boy. They were at Megamart and they were even talking about going to Popeyes. Jayden is not a child that knows Mandeville that well on his own. So when I hear that, I'm saying, why is Jayden being all around the place and Jayden just start going to school at Mandeville? Okay. So it's like Jayden start to follow company that is carrying him all around the town. All right. So something. What happened to the piggy pan? Did Jayden actually take money from his piggy pan? Okay, so Jayden have a small box that I bought a shoes because Zaire when Zaire came for him to wear to school. Because you don't say overseas they don't wear uniform. So I bought Zaire a black shoes to wear to school. I gave Jayden that box when he said that he's gonna save. I gave Jayden that small box to save him. Jayden came home one evening and he asked me to change some silver, which was about $600, and I changed the silver. He still have other silver in there. So Jayden have $2,000 in the box with some other silver. He took the $2,000 and tell my husband he was going to buy pizza after school. My husband said, okay, because we normally don't cook on a Friday. We either buy pizza or we buy chicken. Because when I noticed that Jayden, something was not right, is when I left the hospital and we came to Mother's to buy chicken, I called Jayden phone because by that time he will be home. Because Jayden have a key, everybody have a key. When I called Jayden phone straight, the phone ring without an answer. The man turned to me and said, Mommy, don't call Jayden straight because Jayden don't put credit on his phone. So in chip lockdown, call him on WhatsApp. No, we have internet at home. I called Jayden on WhatsApp. I did not get Jayden. I called him again. I did not get him. I said, no, man, this is strange. All right, we buy the chicken and we come home. When we reach home and I enter into the yard, the car pull up into the yard. Jayden have his own room. And I said to them in the car, but Jayden don't know like in a Jayden room. So Jayden gone a bit so early. Pay no mind. When I come, I was the first one that comes to the door. I pushed the door and the door was closed. So I called to my husband and said, throw the key because he had a key and the car key. I said, throw the key and he threw the key and I opened the door. When I opened the door, my first step was in Jayden's room. When I went in Jayden's room, I didn't see a bag, I didn't see his shoes, and I didn't see him on the bed. I turned back outside immediately and I said to my husband, but Jayden not come home. My husband said, what you say? He said, Jayden not in the house. He said, no, man. And Jayden, Mr. T and Demar came in and said, but that true, Paula attack, man. Jayden not come home. Mr. T put down the bag with the chicken. The chicken that we bought that Friday evening was in the kitchen until Sunday. Nobody eat. Nobody eat. I left out. We all left out. And when I reached at the hill, the first person I called was Mr. Gabriel, the principal of Manchester High School. I called Mr. Gabriel and I said to Mr. Gabriel, was there any function that happens at Manchester School that I was not aware of? He said, no, Mrs. Thompson. I said to him, Jayden is on the cadet group. Call the coach and find out. He said, okay. He called me back and said there was no cadet class because of the rain. After the coach called, I went straight to the police station. It was not 24 hours. What time Jayden normally? What time latest time Jayden ever come home from school? The latest Jayden ever come from school is maybe some minutes to 6. So you reach home after 7, it was raining. Then he would have made me get hold up then.
No, leave her alone. Angel and Forever. Stop on there, some and behave yourself. Just chill like a man.
So he would have made me get hold up, and if get hold up, then it would have trigger you to
No, all right. So Jayden have a bigger brother. Jayden have a bigger brother who is 28 that is living at the house also.
Which house?
I called him because we have two houses in the yard. My house and my mother's house. So the other brother is living by my mother's house because my mother is deceased. Mm-hmm. So I call him. I call him because I know he was in Mandeville. I call him. I said, Jayden, no, come home. Check in a Mandeville if you see Jayden out here. So maybe you get no taxi to the rear.
And that's still in 7 o'clock there, so.
Well, I wouldn't say 7 o'clock. It's supposed to pass 7 o'clock because by the time we left the hospital and stop as mothers and buy the chicken, they spend maybe half an hour in there before they get the chicken. So when I call the brother, he said no. Him not see Jayden no way out there. No portion of people never demandable at that time when he left work.
Yeah, so the taxi stand and wait for taxi.
The taxi stand and because our taxi stand at Willow Gate. Once you reach 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you're not gonna get any taxi out there, so you have to go by KFC. Mm-hmm. So he was at KFC at the time. He was at KFC at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You want me want to ask you?
You realize Jayden was starting to follow company, right?
Right.
Have it ever come across the mind that Jayden end up at school with some company now that he could be with them at his house?
It's a possibility.
Come across the mind saying gone with some pity gone in a year because if you used to stay at the shop side, as you say, you are the aunt and you're telling us, right? That means to say Jayden used to sell lifestyle where Uno did just try groom him to a different lifestyle.
Right.
It has been years. So even though we're thinking about that, it has been.
Yes, but I'm just saying to mommy, right? You're just trying to break into a different lifestyle now because it's underneath your host hole, right? All right. So, do we know that some of the time we have to look deep into this thing? You ever hear them say you can take a pig out of the mud, but you can't take the mud out of the pig?
I understand, but then also I'm saying that at this time, it would not be same keeping, that would be kidnapping. So the person.
All right, listen to me. It would be. Hold on, the lovely. And so let's ask one question in our comment. Why would he come out of Mega Mart in a rush? Was somebody after him? You guys hear from the school and from was he in any argument with anybody at school?
No, because the teachers, students, he was the same jovial, playful person that day. Nothing.
Is there any clothes missing from the house for Jayden?
No.
So then, all right, because me I think about the 2,000 and I think so. Wonder if it was premeditated that he did have a little plan, say he was a boy would have a friend or something.
No, but Jayden normally buy food on Fridays, and I saw on the footage. Wait,
mathematics.
Yes,
right? You say, right? Alright, you never rough him or anything, so he should feel no way to come home, right?
I mean, but again, no, when we're talking about a child, we can't really think how it feels. Be reminded, when he woke up the morning to go to school, mommy never come home and the baby never come home. So in a problem,
Jayden still at the hospital with until 5 o'clock in the morning.
No. Remember he went home to get ready to go to school.
Yeah.
So when he woke up the morning,
he did out the
car asleep, and then go home.
You said that your husband leave after 5 in the morning.
No mathematics. No. That wasn't the story. The story was Jayden was at the hospital. The 5 of them was at the hospital. The grandma, the uncle, Jayden, Demar, and the baby. So the grandfather bring home Jayden and Demar because they have to go to school in the morning and bring back about after 12, after 1, something like that.
No, but the last time you hear the grandfather leave from the hospital was after 5.
No, the mathematics of listen. The grandfather went back to the hospital with some stuff for his wife. Because her phone is dead. So she come when the man go back at the hospital, mathematics. Listen, 2 times he visit the hospital and then bring home Jayden, then he pick up some things and bring back at the hospital. Then he come back home. Time I run up on him now in the after 5. To get ready to go to work because him have some kids who probably must pick up from other school. So Jayden look like him living at the country area. So the grandfather get up and I get ready. So Jayden get up and get ready. Also, Jayden going at the box, the small box. And Jayden check the money and tell him that his $2,600 is into the small box. He won't take $2,000 off buy the pizza. The man turned to him and said to him, your money, you can't take your money and do what you want to because them don't cook on Fridays. Them and Jayden normally buy stuff when they come from school to eat. So this is where it go. The auntie normally give Jayden $1,200. So when the grandfather go drop off Jayden, come like they live now in country area. So the uncle carry him go out on the main road for him take one other taxi go school. So the uncle never have no change. So the uncle give him the $1,500, but at $1,200 him normally get free lunch money. The uncle now watch the $2,000 because the $2,000 was to buy pizza. Now fee money that. That a fee personal money that he was saving. Much anyways. Right? So they said mathematics, this is what they said now. The auntie, that is the guardian. I am not picking up for nobody because I know the auntie are the life. So the auntie, yes, me know, me see her, me there a long time, Melissa. So the auntie, that the hospital, Thursday night, all time Friday. The mother here, so the baby foot break now. So the mother get an emergency flight to Jamaica, supposed to be Friday, because she must be in the nursing field also. So when the mother come, the mother goes straight to the hospital, right? That time Jayden was still at school. You understand now mathematics? Jayden never leave school Friday and go home, go see the baby mother. If Jayden did reach home Friday evening, probably he would have woke up on the baby mother. The baby mother never goes on at all. Shanique, Shanique, come and reach a man, Shanique, go buy KFC, chicken and chips. So listen. Shanique, now go ahead now. So this is what them say now. Jayden did not get interact with the cousin from foreign, right? But listen to me, Phil. Listen to me 1 second, right? Don't you think it's fair enough for Shanique to be here and the guardian to be here for them to tell mathematics what happen? Because mathematics is not supposed to so hard. You're not supposed to talk when you hear. Let they talk what they know. No, that me I tell mathematics so long, man. We talk all the time. I'm here to tell you story. You don't tell them jump on me course. No. Yeah, that mathematics is not course. No, we just repeat what we hear and I say it a match up with the anti story. So that's what we hear also.
Anyways, any more questions for us?
Like a school challenge with you, the Shani actually goes on like a school challenge.
We can
listen to what is being Shanique.
Yes.
Wasn't I listening to what was being said?
Yes, I had no problem with you.
Mom, I listen to what is being said. Yes. Of course. Shanique, let me tell you something. Yeah? I am going to ask to clarify because when I speak, I want to say, Shanique say, the mother say, or the grandmother say. You understand? Me now go say, somebody tell me, say, more say, yes. Step on the company live this afternoon. Yes. I'm glad on the company live. I'm glad on a clarify for the 430 people that is over here. And for those who are watching who is not on, we're glad to clarify and make a statement clear. Bear in mind that everybody, as I said, parent different. So my approach to things would have been different from your approach to things. I'm a very aggressive person when it comes to certain things. My niece and never them auntie hand very light. So your son as more soft and more.
My mother have hit me twice in my entire life.
Exactly. So one of the things where you want to clarify to we know is that boy, say we approach to things are different from how them approach to things, and we can't over here bash the people them because they approach things the way we would approach it. Because everybody approach to parenting different. Me know people are very soft, no matter what the people do, they would have never show that their child. Well, me would have lose my tantrum. You understand? That's not me, because I have 5 kids, 4 boys, and say boy get trouble when they're ready.
And if none of them can recall I ever beat them 5 times.
Grandma, so I'm glad you come to them. Glad what I come to them because it gives us an understanding of who you are.
I'm going to be fair to you, Grandma, but I don't want you to think.
It's going to have
I don't want you to
situation. Let me finish the man. Everybody's going to have their own
talkness. I don't know that talking and give nobody a chance to talkness. So they have to talk over you.
Girl, relax yourself.
I want to say something.
I have a question to ask you. You can ask the question. Me I go finish my statement. I'm going to finish my statement.
That's right.
All right, Grandma. I'm saying to you now, darling, right?
You say you're not kind of person because they go couple. I understand that you have some people who is very soft. Right? And they don't really want to... miserable, but you know... No, listen, yeah. Make a tweet on a Shanique. Make a tweet, you know, because we feel comfortable around you, know, like... Yeah, we feel comfortable around you, know. Alright. Listen now. Nobody no chance. What may I say, right? Shanique, your daughter will be saying you're miserable, right? But did you think in the tone of voice that you said to Jayden that, Jayden, you should play... You should be more careful when you're playing, right? Did you ever look back on you and say, boy, I never really want to say to the little volume there, but the volume did really turn up a little bit, but not very loud, right? Because to me, mommy, grandma, I would say fairly, right? We are all parents. When something you see a friend that you're not on the Jayden, you get top bottom side in between anyway, where you see the baby on the floor. Right? So at the end of the day, probably look at tone for your vest could have turned up and you say, Jayden, or even, you understand, Jayden, this time you're playing.
If that happened, that's a normal behavior, and that is what we kind of feel to understand with our Jamaican culture, how people are thinking that, you're not supposed to talk, like, even if we tone it raised at that point in time, isn't that a normal behavior?
Mama, you want to ask you a question, you know, Mama.
Which one?
Mama, how you heart feel and how you know that Jayden around you?
Look here. My mother has lost so much fun to put her part here. She's literally not managing mentally.
Are you eating properly?
Me not being there hurts me every day.
That I'm not eating properly. Hold on, lady. You're not eating properly. All right. So when it all come down to now, to when me hear you say, Jayden kind of left alone a bit, so did Jayden start to take up madness?
I would not say that.
You wouldn't say that. So what you think Jayden could have, what could happen to Jayden? You think there's a child body that take him away?
Well, I couldn't say that, you know, but I am saying maybe Jayden get himself mixed up with some other friends.
Right.
And as I was saying, maybe Jayden said, all right, that friend is safe and the friend said, I can't come to my house. Yes. Maybe that time when Jayden left to go with a friend, maybe him feel more or less say, all right, him will come home and go tell Auntie Paula, say, him in his supper carry class.
Same place in Manchester there, right?
Huh?
Same place in Manchester there. You feel say, him leave Manchester parish and him move on to another parish.
Why? We couldn't say no. Honestly, we couldn't say because right now, we try to wrap everything around my head.
All right, now answer one more question, Mama. The perimeter, we want to say on a search with dog. How many miles perimeter around that circle on a search?
Well, the search that we did with the dogs, the only one that they did with the dog was at my house.
Oh.
When we went on the road, they did not use the dog because they said that the dog was there to find dead body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So they did not use the dog the day when we went on that search. So the only day that they used the dog was on Friday when they came to my house.
So is it a district going to live in on the flat there? Manchester full of some rugged terrain, you know. What is it?
Is that
district like and near Comfort Hall and them places that want for Orange Grove there?
No man. We live at Newport. Flat place.
Newport flat. Okay.
Right.
You know what me say still? We just hope him still alive. Cause right now, throw him a little youth and him miss you for so long.
Yeah.
Him fear dead, right? So we just hope.
Well, I would not say that. My heart doesn't tell me that. My heart is saying that Jayden is still alive.
All right. So if him still alive, me no feel say him in the perimeter there. Me no
feel same in that perimeter there. Me feel same.
Well, I would say the same things that that Manchester.
Me feel same. If them take night, because if we can lick in head with some bigger man, cause if them find out same intellect and him can read, what scamming thing I go on here now, they will use them secretary. You see? So if the big man them catch him, they will have him a one different district or in a different parish, lock him up, them go shop him, them feed him and hide him off. You see?
Yeah.
That was one video what me did make. So when you go on one Dango page, me only assuming. Don't use nothing against me because a lot of people assume and I say, not this or not that. So don't use.
Me delete TikTok and Facebook off of my phone because me tired of the crap that is being sent.
No, you shouldn't. You should have been.
Because here it is burdened me down because of what I hear people saying to me like I'm this wicked and cruel person. If I was a wicked and cruel person, I would not have taken Jayden in. I've raised different kids. Shani came home from school one day. Shani came home from school one day. I was explaining to me she was going to high school and she have a friend that she's not being comfortable where she is. And I took that girl in and finished her. She finished high school and she left high school with 9 CXC subject and she was living with me.
Mama, one day when you say you buck Jayden certain place, like the word the buck. When you buck him certain place, did you just say, all right, come with me, we're going home? Or you leave him alone, you buck him certain place?
No, I carry him home. I carry him home.
On various occasion.
Two times.
All right, so Jayden room, does Jayden have a room where he can lock off himself and when he come in,
No, because nobody, not even my bedroom door I don't close.
No, he have other way like he can come out of the house and lock off himself. That way, he have other way he can come out of the house.
Once any of the doors them open, we can know that the door open.
Okay.
Mommy,
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Angel.
The street that your daughter said that they said they saw a man close to the taxi stand. Is it a dangerous?
It's not close to the taxi stand.
Is it a dangerous area?
It's a little bit dangerous because it's a lonely road. Persons hardly even travel that road unless they are driving. Because one, it doesn't have like a sidewalk for you to walk. So if you are walking on that piece of road, you have to get way up in the bush because 2 people can hardly drive on that road.
Oh, so it's a lonely road like.
Yeah, it's like a lonely road. So only persons that really have cars that would normally go on that road.
Occasion on that road.
Occasion, right? Yes. You hardly even see taxi driver on that road. Only persons that have their own vehicle.
Mama, one more question before we go. Mama, have the police been keeping a close relationship with you from that thing happened?
Well, yes, the detective and the officer that is in charge of the case, both of them, they do.
Okay. They do regular check.
Like if they are going out on any search or whatever, I am aware of, she would text me and say that they are going to do a search or whatever.
All right.
Mommy, I didn't finish. That road take him anywhere home? That same road? That was
Thanks so much. Thank you for your
Five more minutes now we have to go.
Thank you.
Mommy, before the 5 minutes up, wait no, Mama. Mama, me want to talk to Mama, me love talk to that Shani young. Mama, Jayden ever left your house to spend time with friend since he's in your company?
No.
Have he ever had no friend come over to spend time with him?
No.
All right. Jayden is at home with you, and you ever hear Jayden at any time on your phone like he have one little bridge in their school where they link up all the while and chat and ramp and
the most thing Jayden do on his phone is play game. Yes, you might maybe 1 or 2 times I may hear his phone ring and I say to him, who is calling? And like he would say, John a call. And maybe he might ignore the call. Or sometimes he may take the call and like the friend asks him something and he will answer. Because I don't try to creep in their argument. Because when him say a school friend a call, he answer the phone and he say 1-2 words and then he go back to his game. Because Jayden love his game.
Oh.
Okay. I was asking your granny, auntie, is it any way that would take him to the house where you are living?
Repeat that?
By any chance, the road that he took, is that road by any chance to take him home?
By vehicle, yes, that's like about if he's walking, that would take him probably around 2 hours maybe or more.
Okay.
Because remember, he left Mega Mart through the back gate. I was there with the detective watching the footage at Mega Mart. And when I saw him, because I was the one that said Jayden there.
Oh, you saw him.
Right. And the thing that struck me too, when Jayden left Little Caesar, I bought Jayden an umbrella. And Jayden gave away his umbrella that same day, and the rain was falling crazy that day.
Mama man, take time, your son. Oh, you know, there's something wrong with the picking one not on the right track. Listen to me and think, and that's from the first time that come to my spirit, and I just hold it. Listen to me now. If Jayden is not analyzed, as I believe, some spiritual, when I just start following, I used to say, why people don't pray for this little boy? Like, it's something and it's straight. But my thing is that, if it is so, he's not wearing man. If that's the case, as a nature child that you are talking, you don't have no friend, him not going to, why not just get up? And no parents are not dead in the house now, none. And none of his friends don't live on their own.
So the umbrella that you gave him, Mama, was a brand new umbrella? Yes, I just bought the umbrella for myself, and then he came home one evening with his books wet in the bag. So I decided to give him my umbrella that I just bought the day before.
Oh, so that's what a new umbrella you gave him to cover up the
was a brand new umbrella.
All right, listen to me now. We literally thinking as a parent now, right? Do you look at that as being smart to give away the umbrella when you came home a couple of days ago wet up?
No.
Okay.
Because I even spoke to that child. When he said that the father called me and said that the child came over with Jayden umbrella. So I asked the father to let me speak to the child, and he allowed me to speak to the child. I asked him, did you bring home Jayden umbrella? He said yes. I said, why did Jayden give you the umbrella? And then the rain was still falling. He said that Jayden said he was waiting on somebody.
Okay.
Jayden left there at 3:49 because I was there to watch all the footage with the detective. Jayden left the Little Caesar at 3:49. That was the last time the camera picked him up. 3:49.
Of course, the big girl say one coming out the box.
3:49. And it would take Jayden about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to walk from Little Caesar to reach all the way back to Mega Mart. And the rain was still falling. When I watched the footage at Mega Mart, it was still raining when Jayden went outside. Jayden put on him back as a usual child, put on him back. And the rain alone in the rain. Oh Lord. You're not literally seeing the rain, but you could see the rain dropping in the water on the ground.
Yes.
And it was not coming down very hard at that time. When I saw Jayden goes to the back gate, I said, yes, he's going to turn back down a Manchester school gate. Jayden did not turn that direction. I balled out in Mega Mart office that day, and I said, Jesus Christ, where Jayden I go. Jayden turned the road.
Yeah. I think it's possible that any Ilan gully upon that track, he might slide. Grandma, he go up to the, he would have come out now, he'd have go on the corner, and then the next corner, one stoplight up, so we want 4 road. Up that direction, he would have go.
Yeah, now go around the corner, yes, and there's a stoplight.
Yes. That stoplight will go straight through. Like, instead of you go back the left road, you go back the back part of Mandeville, this road. We can't get back on this road. Right. The road will go straight through. Can that road take you to where you live, Newport?
Yes, but it's a long way because you have to
that's what I was asking. I'm just asking if that road can take you there.
Not even me know the road from there, so to come back on my yard.
Okay. The police, you tell the police them that they can't on that side. So did the road went up and they ever went there to search in a houses, in a bush?
Search all of those places. All of those places, and one lady said them saw Jayden the Friday evening with the bag. Well, one gentleman said pass Jayden on the road. soaking wet. Oh God. So him see the picnic soaking wet on the road. That time he never gone missing yet. No, because we would find out that Jayden was not home at the time. Oh, so when he passed him on the road, that would be Friday evening when you never know say no come home yet. Right. That was after if he left Megamart and going through the back gate. Right. So that would be maybe around minutes to 5 o'clock. Oh my God. That was the person who asked him why he doing on the road. That's ours? No, it was a neighbor from the community asked him at Megamart, not on the road. Oh, that is mercy. So, I'm going to understand something, right? Hello. Hi. Good evening. I would like to ask Shanice a question. Hi, Shanice. How are you? It's not Shanice, it's Shanice. Yes, hi. How are you? I'm doing the best. I don't know if she's still on. Question. Where is your baby father living? My husband lives with me, but he's away in military training. He left the Tuesday when the incident happened the Thursday. And he doesn't have any, he can't have it. No, I'm not saying he have anything. So no, I'm saying he can't have his phone. Yeah. So your husband left the Tuesday, you said, correct? Well, the Monday. And you went to Jamaica the Thursday, correct? The Friday. And Jayden was in school the Friday, correct? Correct. So I am kind of, I'm just thinking, I am saying Jayden was here Thursday, and then you went to Jamaica, and Jayden is now missing. Then your grandmother, I heard a different, I listened to the recording from the beginning. So now what your grandmother is saying is two different stories. No, you cannot say that. And it's not grandmother. I'm saying what I heard. I listened to the tape recording. So between Friday and Saturday, something is not correct. Something is not right. The live plate. And I'm gonna say it like this: you and your grandmother, the grandmother and the mother. I'm not telling the truth because there's a God. I'm praying, and we're very much justice will serve. Justice will serve. Remember, God sits high. God looking low. God is gonna bring justice. For me, when you guys gonna say Jayden look like he's taking drugs or what, Jayden don't look like a child. That is me talking outside the box, and I'm sure I explained that. And Jayden, at the picture, I'm looking at the picture. This boy looks very stressed. Like he's a man in the house. He looks stressed. You guys can come out and talk nice and sweet, but Jayden look like he's so tired. Tell her 1,000 words in the picture. I can show you because Jayden was 5 or 6. Listen, I'm a preacher. I'm a prophet. I am not being judgmental. Somebody, the Bible says, God is going to bring justice. And we're going to come out now because this is why we did not want to, because we're not here. Shani, listen, Shani, listen, darling. Listen, darling, listen. It's freedom to speak, but she's attacking. It's not, everybody else right here just asking us questions. We're here.
I realize that the mute her.
That's why in mute her, alright? We are here with you, Mommy. Good evening, everyone. We are here with you, Mommy, and we really appreciate it that somebody came out, somebody who not Jayden around them, grandma, aunties here, and we appreciate this. Right? We know that everybody, we appreciate you people, but we appreciate you people over here. So listen, you don't have to listen to somebody who's going to come up and be like that, because you see all of the views and watch everything and see how people behave. Okay? That there's a God at the end of the day. Let me ask you a job at this time, and we're being stripped down right now. And everybody's going to come through and show up for us. Because you're not going to listen to me now. Anybody will come in at the box. Anybody who come in the box, right? you're going to approach this lady and this aunt, that's the mother of the child, and the aunt that was Jayden. If you can't be respectful to them, if you have to say something, please. They didn't want to come over here because of the harshness. We have them over here. Please, right? Just know how to talk to them. Right? I'm begging. Any question can be asked, but it can be asked respectfully. Right, very. Because if they were in any other audience, you would ask a question respectfully. That's right. Right. Fair enough. Mother and the auntie and the mother here, deal with them with respect because there's not a lot of people here. See your cousin up at down here. Finish now, please, and then alright, guys, to be honest, if you can ask one more question on that, we're gonna go because. Can I ask a question before you go, Shanique, please? Go ahead. Where's Jayden's mother and father? So we have said this before, Jayden's father lives in the community. The mother lives just like probably another community away from the house. How have they respond to all of this that's going on? Mommy would have to explain, would have to tell you how. So this is the question I want to ask. Because to me, when it comes to this case, I understand like both sides, especially your side as someone who lives overseas and send their child out here and here say someone have to take a picnic. You're gonna on the next flight too. I understand what we get that. I understand the point of him being afraid. Yes. You know what, him in a play with the baby and the foot broke and your mommy probably react away, probably shout or afraid. Say it really hurt the child or them a play on something. I understand the whole of that. But the part I can't understand is like I never seen mother come out from talking, father come out from talking. I guess that is why my mom has him. Because somebody has to see the dynamics. You get what I'm saying? So the mother, and I said I don't want to speak ill of the mother. The mother is not quite a part of the Jayden. She doesn't want to mute. The mother she gives $1,000 out of the entire year that Jayden has been with us. So it's a case where they don't really have that relationship. So, but she did come out with the search. Just when the search part wrote, she did come out to search. The father did come out to search as well. So they're there, but but kind of. I'm gonna get off now. I have something to do. I'm gonna cook, so I'm gonna get off. Auntie, I want to ask this one question. Jayden was a bad child, or he was in trouble, or anything like that. I was just saying that him moving up and down in money when he's supposed to come home from school. I want to ask this one question, Auntie. Does it show that from Jayden, the first search and the mother went on the first search, nobody can find but Jayden mom? Because we have to look at it. She was in the district. She was in the district on Friday when they were doing the search at my house. And that is true that nobody see her from that? Well, I'm not sure about that. She was here on Friday, up the road when they were searching my house. When they were searching? Yeah, on Friday. So, I get to understand somebody say from the first search nobody see Jayden mom. No, she did not came to my house, but she was on the top of the hill. Yeah. When they were doing the search on Friday. Because we have to take this all and we have to look in at every loophole, if she, because I guess you understand that she's mentally ill. She's not mentally ill. Okay. She's not mentally ill. May I wonder if she's a bright girl. She's a bright girl. She can do hair well. She's a bright girl and she can do hair very well. You know what? I am wondering, my last conclusion, Auntie, I am wondering if this mother say, okay then, Jayden is in trouble at home. So I am going to take my child and I am going to closure my child and
had a relative for her what don't live in that community from a different parish. So to them say, carry the boy come, cause the boy get big now and the boy get bright. And he can go a different school.
Yeah, but based on the last footage of him, it cannot don't really steer in that way. Heading to Pert Road where is nowhere near going home or going to taxi stand just don't add up. So we're going to come off now and again we're just gonna leave with the last part that the last known sighting of Jayden, confirmed sighting of Jayden is when he walked to Pert Road area. That is it. So we want to help us if anybody else, but not the name. Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You know, as parents living with the child, how do you or your mom have that gut feeling? What does your gut feeling tells you?
Good question.
Because you know your gut feeling will tell you that I know that Jayden is alive and he's okay, and you have that gut feeling tell me Jayden is still alive.
Yeah, my gut feeling.
And you have that gut feeling that will tell you that something is wrong with him.
To me, it's just somebody probably after him arrived when he hit Pert Road and just I don't know what happened from there. I just feel like if something happened on Pert Road when he went there walking in the rain, I can just think of somebody seeing a child walking in the rain and say, oh, this is an opportune time to let me give him a ride, you know, and there's a lot going on now. So that is what I think.
I am thinking, why is it Jayden after missing in the space of the child foot grade?
That's a very good question. It's sad that the two cannot happen at the same time because now you're thinking that. But again, we don't know how Jayden processed the fall or how he blames, if he blames himself or not. Single day to know that you're not home, it hurts every day. Zaire is 100% fine, and the minute I came to Jamaica and started treatment for Zaire, I was okay. My mental health was better. Hearing that Jayden is missing every single day has been hell for us, all of us. Every single day. It's not easy. We may not be out there because I hear people want us to be on the floor rolling and all that. You don't know what's going on behind our closed doors. We are not okay. And when people ask you, how are you doing? My husband called, got a 10-minute, how are you? And I could not even sleep. Because the minute he said, how are you? I was breaking down. It is heartbreaking. We are going through it.
Just one more.
Is your husband at basic training or is he at C school?
He's at basic training.
Just one more question.
Okay, so understand that.
Just one more simple question. Because sometimes I kind of get it mixed up. Is there any way he's related to anybody in St. Elizabeth?
Again, we have said this before. We do not know the people, his mother's side. We do not know the mother's side. So
because,
it's possible, but we don't know.
Okay. Because
so was the mother grown up in that community as well?
No.
Has she always been living there?
No.
Oh.
All right, Shani, I'm not gonna ask you anything more because I know the family, so I'm not gonna ask you.
Okay,
right.
I was one of the person who said I would be out there rolling, and I said it because I didn't see anybody. Now that I see you, I feel better. You're over here reasoning with us, letting you know how you feel and all this thing. All right, we are just here.
Let me address the person that says I said he doesn't have access to the phone. If anybody know how basic training goes, they will give you a 10-minute call once a week. He got a 10-minute call yesterday. Once a week.
Not once a week. Once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks.
And sometimes
they will get a call. Otherwise, it's letters.
Yeah, and that's how we've been communicating is via letters. So
yes, just every 2 weeks, military get a call.
After they pass something, then they will get a 1 hour call, and that's like after 3 or 4 weeks.
Exactly.
Well, again, thank you.
That's how the military runs.
Just keep doing what you guys are doing. Just kind of help.
So how was the baby really doing?
Again, remember I said as the minute I came to Jamaica and I got him situated in terms of getting treatment, I was comfortable because he was comfortable. He's better now. He's home, but he still cannot walk on that leg because it's still not completely healed. But he's okay. Thanks.
So is he in Jamaica or?
All I'm about to say, make them post. Hear me now, I know why you run. Listen me now. You have to read the comments. Everybody say.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Shanique.
Shanique. Yes. Shanique, the host. That's okay. I know I'm not Jamaica or overseas. Say that will win everybody, and that's fine. I know my truth. We know our truth. Our family know our truth, and we are not liars. And God knows our heart. And I hope that when all of this is over and Jayden is found, you guys apologize to my family for what you guys have put us through because we don't deserve this.
Shanique.
I just said it. I'm not lying, and I'm saying my truth.
Shanique, before you go, you see the statement that you gave first. That is why persons were speculating or
I understand.
So it's your words why persons were speculating. So don't blame the public.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, not knowing the full story will leave space for people to put little things in, and I get that. So
just one more thing, Shanique.
To say my truth.
Just one more thing, Shanique. You said the mother is not. Just one more thing. You said the mother of Jayden is not around, and you people don't have any ideas to where the mother is, right?
That's not the case. Like
no. I just asked. I'm just asking. I didn't hear clearly what you said about that. That's why I'm asking.
No, again, the mother lives like another community away from where the house is, and she has been involved as much as she can be.
Okay. I may have an idea of the community, but we're not going to call it. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's how far from your house does the mother live?
Hold on back, lady. One of her Shanique.
She gone.
People, I know that must good for my ears. Right? I'm like how them come clarify the situation and make people know what is really going on their side. And people, in my court, they are not guilty. They are free to go. You may tell them, yes, no charges against them. I don't know for anybody else, but in my courthouse, they are free to go. They are always free now. Because they never really in my courthouse I try. Because I never seen a case with them. Me already telling us say, grandma, the auntie with them I say, she knows nothing about anything I go on. I want to hear what they say. Right now I just feel like Jayden gone somewhere, gone linger, or somebody take him gone to one different community, one different part of place. Maybe him not him there Jamaica neither. He would have gone to Haiti on boat. You don't know. But we could see how it work out. We just hope for the best because I want Jayden to return home safe. Big up on yourself. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I'm out.